Okay, so it's time for another update. This is the March update for the Outpost Stationery physical store. You can see that we're almost ready. And yeah, just for the next few minutes, you can see a little bit of that journey since February when we last published our updates. I'll have to cut my hair very soon. One thing that we have to figure out before the soft opening is this gap here, which is going to be cabinets for the store. I've thought about, there's one brand that I think we may add here that is very good for stationery items, so we can keep some inventory there. And also our counter painting is almost done. I think we're going to do a little bit of spot work on it, but I think we're almost there. We'll let it dry. When it dries, I think it's going to get that hue more than this. This looks lighter because it's still wet, I suppose. We're also testing lights when it gets dark in here. We're still testing how we want to display. We got new spotlights over there so we can change the color temperature, and I think it looks a little bit better. Doing some big cleanup, and hopefully tomorrow we'll start moving in our inventory. So the next step is really to get this store filled up. We have our bookcases done, wainscots are done. The current version of our counter is done. The stationery bar is done. It's under that wrap and a lot of mess there. And we're starting to bring in some goodies. We found this beautiful piece it's a Danish design from the 60s that is a beautiful stationery organizer. And we also got some cool acrylic shelving for the side of the windows. That's because we want the windows to be desks, so people can actually sit here and spend some time journaling and doing some work that they want to do. There's a few pending things that are going to be complete between now and I think early April when we do our bigger opening. So one is we're going to complete that wall. We're going to get the shelving done. That's going to be happening in March as well. We're hoping to have either a mural or a nice wallpaper, but just some nice design going over that back end. This space over here in the back is going to be our greeting cards corner. I think I'm going to get some very nice narrow shelves, a bunch of those, maybe 4 or 5 that go all the way up here. So we have a very nice curated selection of greeting cards. On this side of the wall, we're going to make it the artist wall. So we're going to start our art collection here. In this space here, right next to the door, we're going to have a community board that's already on its way here. It's going to be a nice magnet board so we can put different notes and messages from the community and events and things that we're organizing. And we don't have a solution yet, but I want to have some sort of sticker corner over here so we can, people really like to collect and keep stickers. We may want to make that corner there the one for stickers. So we have one area that still needs a little bit of work, or we have a lot of opportunities. If you can see, I was able to walk around this ladder over here. And that's because we have a decent amount of space between the entrance here, let me just put it, between the entrance and the bookcases. And I think we have a nice opportunity to put something here that is more like a little island, like a low island where we can put some additional products that we're showcasing. Maybe things that we think are important to promote as we get them, new products, new launches, things like that. And I also want to make sure that it's movable so we can rearrange the space if we're doing different types of events. Everything here has wheels, which is kind of cool, so we can move the things around. So let me just show you an experiment. I'm going to move this ladder out. And I'm going to move our temporary counter and now treat it as a little bit of a floating island here, where we could have products on top and also in the middle there, and we could just lock the wheels and we would be good to go. So we have actually, let me just walk this way. we have that unit better aligned, but we could have that unit behaving like an island, and we would get another counter to do the work over here as well. So that's one of the ideas that we're kind of playing with. So no joke, I'm infatuated with this. I've seen a lot of like modern mid-century Danish design, and this little piece here is beautiful. Look at that. Like, I don't know how close I can get, but these are like nicely rounded corners. It has the functionality of vertical items and then horizontal items. I wish they would be sold. Maybe they are, I don't know. I found this in an antique store, but if this could be sold, I would love to sell these things at the store, because they just look beautiful. And I think it looks great against the blue as well. So yeah, very much liking this little organizer. What the things that we geek about, huh? Almost done with the cleanup. There's going to be a few additional rounds, but we can bring products in. So that's going to start tonight, moving through the rest of the week. So we had to delay a few days our move in because we wanted to apply an additional layer of protective coating to the furniture so they can handle the books a little bit better. But now we're starting. This is shipment 1 of, I think, 20. I'm not sure. We got some good stuff in here. Come and check it out. We have our cartapuras. We have very hot, cool Tokyo notebooks. Some of our Marigold notepads. Some Craft Design Technology notepads as well. They will go in the shelves. Let's pretend this is the state, right? So we'll have to figure out what is the best way for them to look. What I like is some of these products have very nice contrast against the shelves, like the ugly books here. So if you have a brand with vibrant colors, I think they'll look good in our shelves. So far, this is how it's going with the windowsill shelves. So the idea is that these are going to be more visible from outside. And we need to attach this somehow to the wall. And we're going to put some products here. So just make a quick example. So we'll put products in here so they become visible from the wall. But that's the idea. So we're going to have on each side. We're going to have one of those. And in the next few weeks, we're going to change I don't know what the name of this is. I think it's sill, the window sill, I don't know, into the desk. So there's going to be a little bit of an extension. So people can just sit here, and if they want to do some journaling or sketching or some work with no electronic devices, they can do it here. So we're in merchandising mode. Inventory is coming in. We're organizing it. There's a lot of iterations that we have to go through. Here's one of the ideas that I have. This is the Craft Design Technology bucket, right? So this is the cartapura one. So we keep the cartapura stuff like this. We won't be able to put organizers like this across the board, but I like how they look. And lots of mess, but inventory is coming in. We also have a bit of the solution that we ended up for the counter and display ended up being quite interesting. Let's see how temporary or permanent it becomes. So we have the unit that I've shown before here. We still need to put some plexiglass if we want to display on the other side. And I got this beautiful secretary desk. It's Danish too, but I think it looks really nice and it does the part. Let me show you a little bit. It's still just arrived yesterday, so I haven't fully opened it, but I just set it up. So we have a little nook here for being a storekeeper, shopkeeper. The stuff there in the back. and a pile of Sikiku notebooks that we have to enter into the store inventory. Little bit of ASMR. I have this antique pens in these boxes. I like that sound. Like little snack boxes with pens. Saturday night, we're at the store with a quick update. We had the opportunity to get the murals done before we have contractors coming in and put the shelves in. Ta-da! That's the Olympic Mountains and a path that does not exist. I don't think it exists. Going into the mountains, very appropriate for the outpost. Okay, we're very close to the finish line. We're almost ready. I think we'll have our soft opening on Saturday, March 21st. Just in case I'm going to record this phrase saying different dates, and then we'll paste the one that makes the most sense. I still have about 5 to 10 cubbies that we need to arrange. We have a bunch of products that need to fit. My hope was to have one cubby per brand, but I think we need to open space for multiple brands sharing cubbies because there's a lot more products that we can fit. And to be honest, we may want to make more areas of the store available for products. We have our island tables, and we have the stationery bar, we have the mural, and yeah, I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Even if we do changes as we go, I think it's time to start welcoming people in the space. At the beginning of the year, this was a completely different space, and now we have this kind of cool, slightly mid-century looking stationery store. I hope people like it. Yeah, we'll be opening in the next 4 days, most likely. So let's see.